let's get into the video. How to increase your earnings, tips and tricks for Instacart shoppers, and how to defeat the Instacart algorithm. Shift shoppers, DoorDash shoppers, Instacart shoppers. Wait, DoorDash shoppers, is that what you guys call yourself? Or is it Dashers? Let me know in the comments. Pro tip, in case you didn't know, instead of fumbling around with the app saying item can't be found or barcode's not working, you can just scan the barcode on the shelf. It's not always gonna work, but in most situations where the barcode on the actual item won't work, I tend to find that the barcode on the shelf does. What's up? So a lot of people have been getting at me talking about the only way I made $400 on my last video is because I use bots. But no, bro, I don't use bots. To be quite honest, if anyone has used bots, go ahead and DM me on Facebook, PM me on Instagram, whatever. Just let me know how it's done so I can do a video shedding some light on the whole situation and just the scenario and when it's okay to use, when it's not okay to use. Because to be quite honest, I'm not against bots. I'm not against bots. Now, what I am against is people taking advantage of the system. If you're in an area where numbers are high, competition is high, and everyone around you uses bots, well, shit, you better get yourself a bot.
Drop the gun, you are under arrest.
But if that's not the case, you're in the low-key area where hardly anybody's over there, and the ones who are there, it's like enough customers to feed everybody kind of mentality is where I'm coming from. Because in my area, that's how it is. Yeah, I'm sure there's some bot users, but for the most part, it's all good. I never use bots, but I still get good money. So if you want to know how you can increase your earnings on a daily basis, that means keep your quota up to a 250, 300. If you want to go for 400, hey, be ready to put in a 12-hour day. But like I said, if that's something you're into, increasing your earnings indefinitely, how to beat the algorithm as an Instacart shopper. I don't use Instacart bots. I know a lot of Instacart shoppers, some who do use bots, some who don't, or some who won't tell you they do. But to be honest, you can still make good money without bots. Just because you see someone with high earnings, maybe they're in a good area, maybe they're in California where it takes, where just tips are higher because the cost of living is higher. So don't just assume someone's using bots. If you got questions, then ask. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Your mama feed you? Okay. Daddy's here too. You want Daddy to feed you? Oh, you want Mommy to feed you? Okay.
People with all their opinions and this and that, it gets crazy sometimes. When you put yourself like, I'm ranting a little bit. But let's get into the video. How to increase your earnings, tips and tricks for Instacart shoppers, and how to defeat the Instacart algorithm. All right, so tip number one, to increase your earnings and make sure you're ahead of the Instacart algorithm, is when you start the day, make a decision internally, mentally, what kind of batches you're going to accept. I'll be the first to say, sometimes I'm not into Costco. Sometimes I'm not feeling Sam's Club. Sometimes I don't want to do wholesale orders. Sometimes I just like to do quick, easy, $30 in and out of the store. 15, 20 items, lightweight, good tips. That's it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm okay with taking the large orders. Sometimes I want high numbers, but light orders, which means far distances. So you need to decide, are you going to be driving a lot today? Are you going to be lifting a lot today? Or are you going to be flexing those customer service skills? Because I've noticed if I get a lot of orders that are really quick, like $30 every 30 minutes, then chances are I'm going to need to do a little bit of conversating because they're tipping for a reason. Either they want communication to the utmost, or they want to make changes on their order, or they just need someone to talk to a little bit. So they're going through you and tipping you accordingly. So keep that in mind. What kind of orders are you looking for today? Do you want fast orders? Do you want heavyweight orders? Do you want high earning orders? Do you want all three? Are you just trying to juggernaut, take whatever Instacart throws at you? Make that decision in your head before you get started. That's tip number 1 to defeat the Instacart algorithm. All right, so another tip, pro tip, to increase your Instacart earnings on a regular basis is to keep your momentum going. So if you have a bomb day, like you kill it, you go for 300 one day, you actually achieve that quota, you need to be out there the next day. I know you might be tired. I know you might have sweated your pants off the day before, but you need to be out there the next day. I've noticed momentum-wise, as it builds up, if I have a killer day, like quota blown out the water, I was going for 250, but I made 350 or 300, then it seems that I am the preferred shopper for my area that day. So that means all the big orders, all the fast orders, all the good orders are coming to me first. Algorithm's gonna send them to me first as an Instacart shopper. This is life, you know what I mean? Like anybody who actually comes out here every day understands the difference between momentum versus when I come back on Monday after taking a day off or 2 days off. The algorithm is just not going to send you the best batches because it has to take care of the guy who's out there working 7 days a week, pushing hard. And if we're making money, then Instacart's making money. So why would the algorithm not send batches to the person they can depend on to come out there every day? They can depend on to be out there 7 days a week going for big numbers. They're going to continue to feed that person, continue to dive into that momentum, not work against it. It's an algorithm. It's a computer. It wants top-notch results. So you have to be ready to supply that on a regular basis. All right, so pro tip on top of the, regular tips. I want you guys to make sure you're using a mileage tracker. Sorry, GPS. Damn, my GPS is like tripping today. I want you guys to make sure you're using a mileage tracker. Whether it's Stride or Everlance, or there's a bunch of them, but you have to use your mileage tracker every day, every order. Sometimes they turn off in between orders. It sucks, but you're supposed to be only tracking actual working time when you're traveling. So I guess it makes sense that it kind of turns off automatically in between orders, but be sure to turn it back on. Be sure to be tracking it every day. Make sure that you take down and jot what your daily mileage is, because last year I had to wait. I didn't have to wait, but I had to go through all the numbers and calculate everything myself at the tax season time because I wasn't keeping track of it on a daily basis. So I had this huge list of miles for like a year's time that I had to put into the system. So stay ahead of the game. Keep your taxes on the top of your brain because you are now operating as a business. So you need to make sure all your expenses and everything like that are taken care of. That's not a tip to increase your earnings, even though technically it will increase your earnings because it's going to be deducting your taxable income. All right, so this is one of the things I actually love about ride-alongs. I just experienced exactly what my tip number 2 is going to be. If you want to increase your earnings for the Instacart Shopper app, don't waste time when you're in orders. So 90% of the time, my last order only had 4 items. It was for $20, 4 items. Sorry, I need some lotion on. I know. Don't come at me, bro. All right, so 4 items for $20, and the drop off was 10 minutes away. They were out of the energy drink they wanted, and they were out of one of the frozen food items that they wanted. So instead of just waiting around or trying to pre-shop and all this extra stuff, I walked straight to where I know the item should be, didn't see them, got the order started right away. Took a snap or a pic of the situation so they could see all the options of what they could get versus what they wanted. And that was the end of it. They decided they didn't want any of them, even though Instacart requested or said that they requested a replacement. They refunded it, and they only wanted one item. So I ended up delivering one item. I still got like close to $20 for it, but I didn't waste too much time on it. A lot of people are going to say, damn, that's a waste of time. Like, I ended up making maybe about $18 in like 20 minutes. So that gives me plenty of time to make up for
turn right at Compton Street.
Sorry, GPS. Make up for it, get like a $40 order or $30 order and turn it into a $50, $60 an hour. Man, sorry, it's early, guys. I guess I'm still learning how to talk. But you have to be able to salvage every situation. So instead of wasting time, I went as fast as possible, as smoothly as possible through the order with communicating through the customer.
Head south,
Whilst
then turn
communicating
right.
to the customer.
Turn right toward Evergreen Avenue,
And
then turn right onto Evergreen Avenue.
I made sure to deliver it. I didn't waste time trying to get help and cancel it or Instacart customer care or this or that. Sometimes you have to do that because the customer doesn't contact you. That always makes it more difficult. So if you're a customer and you use Instacart as a service, please communicate with your delivery operator or your Instacart shopper, whatever it is you want to call us.